Hey yo YouTube, welcome back to another video, and we're gonna be watching more of this found footage, or no, analog horror of Jurassic Park. We're watching the second episode. This is shortly after the first one. I'm recording the second one because I couldn't wait. I wanted to see the next one right away because yeah, the setup and build up for this has been exciting, and I really want to see more how this plays out. So yeah, hopefully you guys like the first video, and hopefully you guys like this one as well. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all the jamble, and yeah, let's just get into it because I'm curious to see what the hell happens next after that. And in the thumbnail, it did show a Stegosaurus, so I'm curious to see what happens with that. Yeah, tape number 2. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, they're airlifting the raptor.
And there she goes. That's our boned raptor. Adios. To hell with a lot of you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Muldoon hated the raptors.
Now there's some checks I need to get done before I can follow the team over to wherever they'll take the dead raptor. The other girls were tranked with a ketamine dart, a general fast-acting anesthetic.
Ketamine, yep.
Used to immobilize wildlife, along with xylazine, a sedative, to keep the raptors asleep for when we need to work with them. Now, despite how
Again,
much
the
I wish
voice
they
for
all
Muldoon,
perished,
the way they did it, I know it's AI,
I do
partially, I don't know,
on
like,
how they are
it's definitely
taking
AI
to
because
these tranquilizers.
pretty
because
close
one,
to his
if
voice.
I don't,
But I actually kind of like it in this
strangle me with his
context.
bare hands, bless his soul. He's left the island for a short trip to see his daughter. And 2, side effects are common for these drugs, so it's imperative that we check on the animals after administering any medication. The last thing I want is to have to tell John that we lost 2 raptors in his absence.
I mean, we're getting a good comparison to a human compared to the raptor. Like, that thing would tear you up.
John calls her Storm, because when she attacks the fence, she puts on an electrical display akin to lightning. I'm not expecting any adverse reactions to have occurred.
I wonder
with
if the
her,
code names were also
as
in the novel
she's generally in good
Okay.
health. She's been tranked some half a dozen times before too, so I'm not concerned. But we always double check and look for the classic adverse reaction profile just in case.
I heard a roar.
The major one is eyes open. The anesthetic ketamine causes a state called catalepsy, a trance-like state, where the animal appears immobile but still maintains certain reflexes.
See, listen to how like descriptive he is about the procedures and processes of like tranking these animals and keeping up with them, making sure they don't, you know, croak from sedatives or anything like that. He's going in depth with this, which again, we never saw the side of Muldoon because again, after everything broke down, we didn't get to see him in action with all the raptors and everything. So it's nice that we're getting that build up to how Muldoon's everyday life was with these creatures. So let's see what happens. But yeah, it definitely sounds like he's been through a lot of hell, like keeping up with all these animals.
The muscles around the eyes sometimes don't fully relax and may remain completely or partially open. In this case, as you can see, her eyes are closed, so I'm not concerned about her recovery from the drug. Another sign to look for is increased salivation.
Saliva. Well,
I'm
no saliva
definitely
on her
not
mouth.
going to handle her muzzle,
Oh,
but
yep.
judging by the distinct lack of saliva surrounding her jaw, I'd say she's good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. With animals, you never handle their muzzle,
All right,
even if
the
they're
big
asleep.
one next.
That's.
It's wearing off!
Oh
Robbie,
shit.
get out of there.
Oh, the Spas 12. Muldoon signature.
She's still drowsy.
Oh shit.
Robbie, are you clear?
How is it still up?
Yeah, it's locked.
I mean, the big one is. I don't know.
The trank and the sedative are wearing off. Is everyone out? Where's Tony?
Yeah, he's safe.
Okay, good. Get into the buffer enclosure and wait for me. I've never seen an animal recover so quickly from a dart.
I was gonna
She's
say,
still
damn.
probably got another hour or so of disorientation and drowsiness. But I'm going to back away and exit right now.
Yeah.
Christ, I've shot male African elephants in Kenya who took much longer to recover from that
Oh yeah,
sedative.
his history as a hunter.
Might
Yep.
have something to do with the osteoderms on the skin, similar to those seen on crocs and alligators. A
Osteoderms?
very tough hide to penetrate.
I
The
didn't think
dart
the
must
raptors
have
had that.
found some entry point, but the complete dose mustn't have been administered. I don't know what Wu's cooking up in that lab,
Oh, yeah,
but I'd
Dr.
imagine
Wu.
Mongoliensis did not possess osteoderms. But then again, this is no velociraptor. This is John and Henry's theme park Frankenstein mishmash monster.
Oh, yep. Muldoon's hatred of these creatures and
Pacing
like how...
behaviors are often observed in animals in captivity.
Oh, right, yeah.
The repetition of this behavior usually correlates to when an animal's instinctive needs, such as space, stimulation, or the thrill of pursuit, are constrained or not met entirely.
Damn, so that's why animals do that. See, look, they're giving us actual tips of how animals behave, and with Muldoon, which again, Muldoon knows this information. So like, it's correlating to even to the raptors. But I wonder what that means for a raptor as opposed to like a lion or creatures of that nature.
What may appear to visitors as restless movement is in fact a complex behavioral signal, a blend of frustration, heightened intelligence, and an unfulfilled drive to hunt. Among the raptors of Jurassic Park, this manifests in a particularly calculated form. The dinosaurs stalk the boundaries of their enclosure, almost on a timed loop. What's interesting is, at certain points during the night, the big one will stand in one dedicated spot. What she does next shocked me the first time I saw it. She appears to be calling to something outside the enclosure.
Oh no. If the big one's calling out, that means something. Oh, don't look at the oh. Yeah, that's fucking
and
creepy
here
as fuck.
she is in all her glory.
The original enclosure.
The Velociraptor pen. Not complete, of course. The guys are due to come in a little later and do some horticulture inside. John has them brought over from mainland Costa Rica, spared no expense, of course.
Oh, yep, spared no expense.
I wanted to document some gripes I have with this place. The pen is 70 feet long by 40 feet wide, and is buried in the ground 12 feet. The girls are being transported into this enclosure a few days from now.
Couldn't they just easily jump
The guys coming tonight are supposed to be planting this pen up with foliage to give the raptors privacy to mitigate stress
with it,
and provide some shade from the sun. It is essentially a concrete pit in the ground with an electrified fence ceiling. Unhappy with fortified concrete, as it's almost impossible for the raptors to escape. Almost. Let's head inside so I can reveal my issues, and boy, other issues.
I was gonna say.
If we come around here, this is the transport door. It allows the transportation container to attach to the pen and a smooth transition to take place, which I love. Inside, here is our new raptor enclosure.
Oh yeah, let's see, compared to Muldoon, it's not that big.
And that's one of my concerns. We're talking about ambush pack hunters, 3 of them, constrained to living quarters not much larger than your average apartment in Leeds in the UK. These are wild animals that have needs, and furthermore, are highly intelligent animals. And what happens to highly intelligent animals kept in cramped conditions? They display disordered behaviors. They need space to run. After all, they're not called velociraptors for no reason. These things can match cheetah speeds, 50, 60 miles an hour if they get out in the open.
Oh, yeah, 50, 60 miles per hour.
My other concern is why the bloody hell has John approved this containment pen to them anyway? Are raptors not on the tour anymore? Why are they being cloned if their temperament is counterproductive to the park's turnover? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, my last concern is this. This is the remote-controlled door that is supposed to let the feeders drop a live cow
where they drop the cow for the first time.
Using a crane. A big, gaping hole in the enclosure that opens several times a week. Just marvelous.
Yep, the raptors could easily clear that and jump it.
She's on her side.
What are her symptoms, Muldoon?
I'm not in close proximity to examine her, Jerry, and I can't get in there at the moment. I'm heading over to the raptors to help Robbie.
Okay, I'll head over soon.
Oh my god, they're using the TikTok voice for one of the characters, which I mean, it's fine. It's totally fine. I mean, it's very evident they're using like the voices, like an AI voice changer of some context, which I mean, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Just a funny thing to point out.
Thanks, Jerry.
No problem. Good luck at dinner.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Damn. It's just out. Is it sick?
Ay, ay, ay.
Muldoon, you're telling me.
Robert Muldoon, Game Warden, Velociraptor Containment, Isla Nublar. It's the evening of September 9th. I'm documenting the raptor feeding protocol. It
Raptor
started
feeding.
raining,
Oh.
but after a long conversation
Okay.
with John, I have finally been granted permission to perform the procedure at night.
At night, yep.
Took a bit
because
of
they
back
are
and
awake
forth,
at that
and
time,
some
so.
nasties were exchanged. He called me an alarmist. I called him a mad scientist. But at the end of the day, no hard feelings either way. I think this will help with raptor aggression.
Oh yeah, they're bringing a cow in. I love how the cow is just walking like, oh
I
yeah,
have
I'm coming to my
Robbie
death.
Hadira with me, and he's got tonight's dinner ready.
Her name's Mildred.
Robbie has
Mildred.
been
Oh,
warned
God.
that naming the food items for the carnivores on this island is an exceptionally bad idea, as it
Yep.
psychologically creates an attachment with the animal, and then you're forced to watch their final moments of life at the hands of the velociraptors. Robbie and I
Yeah.
are now standing back within the buffer enclosure, and in the feeder, we've left Bessie.
Mildred.
We've left the poor soul.
Bessie. Now,
Once
Bessie.
the prey is in the feeder, the handler will exit the buffer.
Yep.
Bye, Mildred. So sad.
Oh, it'll definitely be a sad farewell soon, Robbie. Now, I want
Yeah,
to
he's
make
coming like a
note
smug
here in
asshole there.
particular. It is definitely unusual that the raptor pack has not approached the feeder yet. They are normally pacing
Actually,
about,
that is true. Where are
studying
they?
their new prey item eagerly. But then again, this is the very first time we're doing this at night, so they
Oh, I
may
heard a
not
Rex.
be aware of what's happening entirely. I'm going to turn this off and watch for the raptors before proceeding out the buffer and locking both gates. Like I said, they are normally quite excited at this point, attacking the fences. So this is a little odd, I must say. The feeder doors have been opened.
Okay, hold on real quick. So again, the raptors are not here at nighttime. Now, thinking about it back with the big one, like, you know, hovering around the perimeter, I wonder if they were doing that again. This happened not to be there, or something else was going on. I don't know. These raptors, they're up to something, especially the big one. But I feel like with that, the mooing and all that stuff like that, I'm pretty sure they're now cuddling together to figure out what's going on.
Yet still no sign of the raptor pack. Bessie's unknownly wandered out. In the enclosure,
Poor Mildred.
we
yeah,
might
she
as
walked
well
into
call
it.
her dead meat at this point. Robbie and I are watching the hunt from the perimeter.
I love the rain
I
effect.
have to
It's so
add, this
good.
is the longest the raptors have taken to respond to prey in their enclosure.
Yep, probably because they were roaming the perimeter.
Where are they?
Oh.
Ah,
Oh, there
I
they
see
are.
Storm and
Yep, the
her
three of 'em.
sister.
The last three left.
And there's the big one. She's going to make the first strike. What the?
Wait, what? Wait. But wait, no, that doesn't make any sense though, because the raptor, because there was, yeah, it was 5 originally. Then, or when we first started, it was 5 of them left. But then Muldoon saw the one dead, coming down to 4, and then we had the one that electrocuted us up to death to 3. The 3 that were like the main story in the movie. Where did that one come from? You know what? I can't help but think of the eggs. Because again, remember from the movie, because of the frog DNA that they have, allowing them to change their gender in a single sex environment, they probably changed genders. I don't know if maybe the big one did, but they swapped genders to breed, and maybe that's one of those eggs. And this is them discovering that, oh, starting to realize that Jurassic Park is already not safe. It's already, things are getting past, you know, what they thought was actually going to happen. Huh. Well, that thing was huge. That was like an adult raptor, which I know they grow generally faster than they're supposed to in their natural life for the raptors, but that was an adult, so I don't even know how long that thing's been alive to be that big. And for him not to, again, we have not seen that thing and it just popped up out of nowhere. So I wonder what the hell happened for that, man. Ooh, things just got even more tense. Okay. Now we're seeing the system failures of like the park and what's going on with this. I wonder if there's gonna be more of that. I do remember from the novel, again, I have not read the novel, but from what I've heard of the novels and like watching videos on it, they have mentioned that, what is it? Ooh, feeding the Rex. Ooh, that was gonna be a good one. Well, I'll save that one for another recording time. But yes, I wonder if they're gonna talk about the system with Jurassic Park, because I know in the novel, at least from what I've heard, that there's a big emphasis on relying on the computers to get the numbers right. However, every time they checked, it looked like it was right. However, people were seeing more than what the computers were supposed to or were seeing. So there was like a whole discrepancy showing that the system was already failing in its place. So I wonder if they're gonna go into that plot point. But ooh, damn, this is getting spicy already. So many plot points. And again, this is just from coming from someone who knows very little about the novel and has seen the movies religiously. So I'm curious to see how else this plans into everything else, and to see the Rexes too. Actually, I wonder if the juvenile Rex is going to be in that next video. If you know, you know. But we'll save that for another time. But in the meantime, though, appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, me reacting to it. And again, like, comment, subscribe if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one. And of course, as always, keep it chill.